Hello, everyone. It is me. I am Planet Mitch, and this is Astro. If you've ever seen this and you don't know who Astro is, he's my loyal dog friend. Today, Fernando asked me to look at his campaign. Now, I have a program called Win Together, and Fernando was a participant in the Win Together program who wasn't able to make the classes, and so he's gone and put together a campaign, and I'm going to give him some feedback. So he's had, I don't know whether Fernando actually watched any of the training because it was available in our group, but so he's put together this campaign and asked for a review. So I'm telling you that because that's kind of the basis of what's going to happen here. Now, let's dive in. I'm going to show you my screen. And if you have any questions or comments, I have invited Fernando and the other people from the Win Together program, if they happen to be online now, to come in. And so you can give me feedback if you... or questions if you so desire. I see that there are 5 of you here, so good. I hope Fernando's here. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you're here, because that will let me know. And it also send notifications out to other people, that kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, turn off my picture-in-a-picture so you can see the whole screen. Now, this is Fernando's campaign. Now, the only thing that I have seen of this so far is this lead page, and I just watched the video. I have not seen his marketing, and I can tell you that I have not seen the backside of Up Viral. The only thing I have seen is that he is currently getting, I'm looking over on my other screen, he said, Fernando is here, hooray! Fernando has had 1,082 visits and only 29 leads, and those were direct leads, and none of them are referred. Now, Fernando, since you're here, and for those of you who are watching, I tend to be a little brutal is the word I've been using lately. It's sent with love, purely to help people improve. When I have done these reviews, and by the way, you can hire me to do a review if you would like. I'm doing this one for Fernando because he's been in my class. So the question is, if you came to this landing page, and one of the pieces of advice I gave the other day, I can't remember who asked the question. My brain is going numb with names. One of the tips that I give is to pretend you know nothing about the campaign when you're looking at it. Now, Fernando's here, and Fernando's the inventor of this game, and he knows a lot about what's going on with this game, and he loves it. He really wants people to get involved in it, and so he's trying to get some exposure, get people interested in the game. Steven's here. Hi, Steven. Thanks for popping in. So and I know nothing about the game other than, like I said, I just watched the video. And so, hi, Christine. The question, and having watched the video, I want to give you an analogy. Let's go back to the original iPhone. I got an iPhone here. I bought the original iPhone 1. If you think about the iPhone, if you ran a contest right now that said, hey, win 3 iPhones, you would get a stinkload of people going, heck yes, I want to win that. Because why? They know what an iPhone is. They know what an iPhone is. So when they come to this campaign, and by the way, when they first launched the iPhone, I bet you if you tried to run an iPhone giveaway, the vast majority of people would go, I don't know. I remember when they first launched the iPhone, they had a hard time. They were wondering if they could sell 1 million units in the first quarter. That was the goal, I think. And all the market was talking about it. Well, if they could sell 1 million units in the first quarter, they might have a hit. Well, look where we are today, right? So if you were at the beginning and somebody did a contest at the very beginning when they just launched the iPhone, or maybe before, which obviously nobody knew before, but you would be in a product. I'll see, Fernando gave me a good piece of information here. So you would be, however, my analogy is still true. Hold on. You still would have trouble starting to give something away because nobody knows about it. Now, in this particular sense, and Fernando has said, actually it is an Amazon product I chose to give away. It's not mine. Okay, well, sorry. So, see, I misunderstood the original premise. But still, here's the scenario, the problem. And I'm going to take that message away. Nobody knows about this game. I mean, I suspect maybe some people do. And maybe you've gone and gotten a hot game off the market. Maybe it's a hot new game. But I suspect that what the problem is, because you said you're getting 2%, 3% conversions, the problem is the people that are coming to this page have no idea what this is. And therefore, even with the video, if you watch the video, people are struggling to convert. Obviously, they're struggling to convert because you're only getting 2.5%, 3%. If this was a hot product that people really knew about, and your targeting was good, then there would be a lot higher conversion rate. And so what I'm suspecting is, and that's a great question. Christine asked, what is the target audience? That's a great question. I mean, obviously, I think after having watched the video, and the video talks, Christine, about how this is a great game for families and friends to get together and learn some things about each other. It's about personal growth. It's about, I mean, you can read some of the stuff down here. Cooperative new approach to relationships and personal development, psychology, blah, blah, blah. It's fun personal development, might be good, they mentioned in the video, for team building. If you have a team of people that you need to, work to be able to get them together. Even if we know that, the front of this, to me, screams of you need to do some more education. Because when people come here, maybe the lead page or the marketing that you're doing, we're going to get to that when we see the Facebook share, for example, is 3 chances to win, better me, the game of growth. Well, first of all, it's hard when people come to see something. In one of the reviews I did this week for somebody else, I talked about how you've really got to show the pain points. If you're doing a contest for the iPhone, going back to that, everybody knows what the iPhone does. Everybody wants one. There's a lust factor. In this particular case, I'm suspecting that this lust factor is just not there. Otherwise, people that come to the page would convert because they would see, hey, here's a game that I really want. It's really hot. I want to win it. And they're not converting. Now, first of all, the game is called Better Me Game of Growth, or Better Me, trademark, Better Growth, whatever, Game of Growth. Looking at this, 3 chances to win, Better Me, the Game of Growth, right off the bat, I'm confused because I don't recognize the name. Now, again, if the people coming to the page are highly targeted and they know that it's a hot game and therefore they will go, holy crap, I know what that is, I want it. But I suspect that the people that are coming here, based on the stats you've told me, don't understand what the purpose of this is. They don't recognize it, and so they bounce. They're leaving because you're getting good hits, but you're not getting good conversions. right? And so that's where the struggle is. The struggle is getting people to understand it. And Fernando said, in answering Christine's question, personal development and law of attraction. I'm sure that this game is fascinating for those people. Having watched the video, I think it's a very cool tool. If you watch the video, however, I don't know that they've done the best job in presenting it, my opinion. Obviously, everybody has their own opinion. It's a very different game than coming and playing something like Monopoly or something that's fun and entertaining. It can be a fun and entertaining game, but it also sounds like work. Because if you watch the video, there is an aspect of accountability, which is great for personal development and growth. I'm sure that it becomes fun, but the accountability side of it also sounds like work. But in looking at this, I mean, again, coming at it from the aspect of somebody who doesn't know what this is, you're giving away 3 chances to win the Better Me game growth, Better Me, the game of growth, but nobody knows what it is. This is the big highlight here, and showing the picture doesn't really help a whole lot. And so, going back to what I started to say earlier, is I think you need to explain the pain points. Titles like, this is an awesome game for personal development, this is going to help you grow and become a better person, don't you want to do that? Some kind of a different messaging than just this stuff right up at the top. This works great for an iPhone, something that people know and recognize and lust for, but they're getting to your page and they're not converting for a variety of reasons. And I think the first one is they don't understand what the game is, so they bounce. They don't understand what the purpose is, so they bounce. Maybe if they watch the video, they could get a feeling of, oh, that sounds like work. I want to have a party game. I don't want to do that. So they might bounce for that reason. The vast majority of people aren't going to even watch the video, sadly. They're just going to look at this. We got the goldfish attention span these days of 3 seconds. And if you don't grab them with what's over here, especially, by the way, if they're looking on a phone, right? So if we go to the phone view, if I shrink this over here and you guys ignore my Facebook in the background, the phone view shows this game and they go, I don't know, oh, fun personal development. Oh, meaningful conversation. I mean, frankly, that could scare some people away. Real world action and accountability. Okay, now I'm out. Now you're really going to make me do work, right? So they don't even see the video unless they scroll all the way down here in this extra stuff on their smartphone. So that's another consideration as well. You have to be aware that 60 to 70% of the people these days are seeing this stuff on their smartphone and not on a desktop. So I like Tony's question, what would be the best approach to present this? And I don't know if you're really asking whether a contest or a giveaway is the answer. Obviously, I still believe that contests and giveaways are great ways of doing that, but you have to present this in a way that they're going to understand what the offer is. I mean, what you could do would be to package maybe multiple games, something that people recognize, and put this one in as part of the bundle. Again, I'm not saying that people don't necessarily recognize this because I don't know the market. This could be a really hot thing in that market in the first place. Steven says, giving away self-improvement can be a bit ambiguous for gamification, i.e. what does having fun mean? That's a great point. So the struggle here is real. Obviously, the struggle is difficult in how you present this to be able to get conversions. Let's go forward just a little bit and see if we can talk about a couple of other things and see. Let's just see. So I'm going to enter my name. We're going to do Planet Mitch. And we're going to put Planet Mitch at giveawayrocket.com. If I could spell it right, I'm agreeing to receive information regarding manifesting life products and services via email. I understand the submitted contact will be shared by manufacturing partners. Can use contact data in accordance with privacy policy. That's a really long thing and it's kind of scary. Does it have to be this long? By the way, before I leave, there is a terms and conditions. Giveaway ends September 30th. Open worldwide except for Europe. Must be 18 or over. Shipping will be included, but taxes is the responsibility of the winner. All entries must find a notification within 5 days. Good. This is all good stuff. Can't be traded. You've taken most of those terms from what I typically do. That's cool. Notice on here there is... here it is. Way down here. Just before the entry form. That's good. I'm going to throw this up. Tony, the title should cover some pain points that explain why winning the game, that by winning the game, the prospect will alleviate those pains. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say before about pain points. I agree wholeheartedly that this section up here needs to be about explaining what life change this is going to be for you, not so much 3 chances to win, better be the game of growth. I agree 100%. So let's go on and see what's on the social sharing. Success, you're registered, increase your chances of winning. I might break that up a tiny bit because those two things are good, but it's kind of confusing without punctuation there. Success, you're registered, increase your chances of winning. Could all be read as one thing. I would just put a paragraph in there. Check your email. Make sure you're receiving emails. You can win the prize. Those words look like things I say. Gain unlimited entries by sharing. See the buttons below. Each point you earn is an additional chance to win. Get as many of your friends to win with your unique link as you can. Copy here. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Messenger, WhatsApp, and email. So there are no custom actions. Share that link anywhere. Increase your chances of winning. You have taken this straight from my teachings. Way to go. I hope that works. So I appreciate that you've used what I have given you. So the question here is the overriding question, and I haven't gotten to the Facebook thing yet, but the overriding thing here, because one of the questions you asked me in chat was nobody's sharing and there aren't any referrals going on. If you put on your hat, suppose you understand the game and you want to win the game, you're giving away 3 of them. Why would if I've just entered the campaign, why would I share this with anybody else? At this point, there is no incentive other than, I shouldn't say no incentive, there is the incentive of getting additional chances to win, but when I share it, those additional chances to win maybe aren't high enough to overwhelm, to take over the real big pain point of contests and sweepstakes, and that is you as the entrant, the person who has entered your giveaway, wants the fewest number of people possible in the giveaway because they want to win, right? So you've got to overcome this burden. Well, this, I forgot what I call it. I got a phrase that I was using, and now I've forgotten it. My brain is just half-assed today. why is that word not coming? It's this big fear that people don't want to share because the amount of entries that you're giving isn't big enough to overwhelm that the desire for the number of entries to be as low as possible so they can win. And yes, I see you guys. Jason's here. Christine has another comment. I'll get to that in a second. Facebook. So this message is what people are seeing out on social media if they do share. Right? And the question is, will they come see this? Enter to win. We're giving away 3 Better Me board games. Enter to win. We're giving away... This says the same thing that said. Valued over ... My suspicion is that you don't have name recognition with this game. This message isn't strong enough. The visual, as people are scrolling by on Facebook, the image itself doesn't say, win me. It doesn't say anything. It just shows a board game, and I suspect that most people, if they saw this, would just scroll on by. They might see the words, enter to win, we're giving away 3 Better Me board games, but they don't know what that is. So if they do happen to click this and they get to your landing page, they're also going to bounce because they don't understand why they want it. And it takes longer than 3 seconds to try to figure that out. Because again, going back to what we said before, I don't think the message on the landing page is strong enough. So let me go back to the couple of the comments. Jason said, should the video be above the fold? And I think part of the answer is yes, and that was on the lead page, right? The video is the most convincing thing that you currently have for the game. And so I do agree that that should be above the fold if you could manage that, which would mean a different template inside of UpViral, because UpViral won't do that. You'll have to just switch. And you can do that pretty easily. Christine says there are a number of meetup groups that are within each niche, perhaps getting those groups to start playing and discovering more about themselves as a group in order to start conversations. So, yes, what Christine is saying is that if you can share this amongst people who have experience with it, i.e., what do we get back to? Maybe not so much influencers, but people that are in the niche that understand what this is for and understand the pain points again, like we talked about before. Christine also said you get more chances to win the more you refer. Absolutely. But there isn't that message here. If you've taken the words from me, then I'm not doing a very good job. You can gain unlimited entries by sharing. Each point is additional chance to win. Get as many of your friends to join with your unique link as you can. But somewhere up here, we've got to explain to them, and I don't know what the point system is because it's not here. Oh, it is here. This part, you get 20 extra chances for every friend who joins, needs to be up here at the top, I think. And that's probably a lesson for me as well, because I know I've done things like this. But the key, as Christine said, the more chances to win is that the more people you refer, that's where the unlimited comes in, which I don't think I or you are apparently doing very well. Because, again, like I clicked on the Facebook thing, even though I didn't share, those 10 points are gone. So I've earned those, so now I have 11 points. But the bigger points, and I don't get to earn those again, by the way, in case you don't know, if anybody's looking at UpViral before, you don't get these more than one time with UpViral in the existing world today. And so the unlimited chances purely comes by getting your friends to show up. That's the way you can get this number to go through the roof. And what that also means is that for this particular game, Fernando, we have to get them really convinced that sharing with their friends, again, is much a bigger for them to do than not telling their friends, because then they get more personal chances to win. The pot is smaller for them, and so therefore they have a bigger chance to win. That's the hurdle that we have to get over in contests, and it's not really explained very well, I don't think, in what Wilco does in Upviral or any of the other tools. They don't really explain. They kind of. It used to be that people would love to get these additional points, and that would be enough incentive. But I don't think that it always is. And as Jason also said, what about 3 chances to win? We're not mentioning that here, that there are 3 chances to win, and there are 3 copies. Now that goes back to the opportunity for many campaigns that I try to do. Apparently, and I didn't really look at the terms and conditions, it doesn't say how so the winners will be selected from all entries. I suspect you're doing a random draw, right? And so what you're doing is 3 random draw prizes. And so everybody has equal chances. If they get more chances to win, then they obviously have more chances to win the prize. What I'm often doing is the 3 prize sequence. And I'm going to switch back to me just for now, so I don't know that we need to go through any of the pages anymore. With a 3 prize thing, and Tobin Slavin published a paper on this, and other people were doing it well before that, so it wasn't his idea. But the idea that we typically offer is we do 1 random draw prize, we do 1 setup so that if your friend wins, you win too. So if you are the referrer of the person who wins the first prize, excuse me, then you get the prize. So that's kind of trying to work on the, I don't want to share it with my friends, because if I share it with them and they win, I get nothing, right? So if I share it with my friends and one of them wins, then if I get the same prize, then that makes it easier for me to justify sharing it with people. And the 3rd prize we offer for the person with the most entries. So that incentivizes people even more to say, all right, well, maybe I have a chance to win with a random draw. I have a chance to win if my friend wins. And then if I get the most points, then I could definitely win. Now, not everybody's going to want to go for the most points, because I've been told over and over that the vast majority of people think they don't have enough points to win that. And sometimes they think those are cheaty pants ways of doing it as well, which is a whole conversation. But hopefully you get the idea that, like what Jason said, you're offering 3 prizes. It might have been better to have offered the 3 prizes in that direction as opposed to 3 random draws, because then you would have incentives for people to share. And yes, that takes more words to explain on the sharing page. You don't explain that on the landing page. They don't need to know that on the landing page. You need to tell them that this prize is going to change their life. They're going to be a much better person when they go and play the game and they get their friends to play, and it's going to be fun and all that kind of stuff. But that's the education side. So anyway, does anybody, before I wrap this up, I've been babbling already for 29 minutes. I hope that serves you. I don't think, Fernando, that you could really change where you are now, in terms of, you can't legally, at least in the United States, I don't know, you've got this open worldwide, you're not supposed to change the prize structure midstream unless you want to add prizes to the pot. You can't change the ending date, those kind of things in the United States you can't change, so you might be kind of stuck with the prize structure. But you can at least change the landing page, and you could split test this, right? You could say, well, I think Mitch is full of crap, but you could create a landing page that has more pain points and that kind of stuff on it, you could split test. Pardon me. You can split test that and see which one ends up winning, and you could find out whether Mitch is right or Mitch is full of crap. Hopefully I'm not full of crap. I think I've seen... anyway. Steven says... Why is... Oh, here it is. This strategy discourages people who don't think they have a chance to win. I like Mitch's hybrid random share prize. Most entry strategy casts the widest net. Right. I like it. I believe that it works. I have seen campaigns with sharing that gets bigger shares because of that. So I believe in the 3 prize strategy. And again, it's not something I invented. It's not Mitch's, but thank you. I do think there's great opportunities here for you, Fernando. And I appreciate that you have opened yourself up and allowed me to share this with everybody, because everybody learns in this manner. As Jason says, great overview. Thank you, Jason. This is all, I think, good stuff in building your list. I'd love to see you grow more than 29 total leads. You've got till the end of the month. Today's the 20th. So you've still got 11 days to have some success. So go ahead and, Fernando, create another landing page. Do a split test. See how well it works. You got plenty of time. Now, the second thing, before I forget, don't forget that maybe, and I don't remember if you said... I do Facebook ads. So you are targeting people who want to do personal development. But remember, with the social sharing aspect of things, people that see the Facebook share don't have whatever message that you're sending out or your Facebook ad or you're targeting. They're just random people out there on the planet. And so you've got to not only convince them to see your Facebook share image and your text that this is going to change their life, but when they get to the landing page, they're cold traffic to you. And those people have to be able to go, oh, well, I get it. I want to improve myself. I know I need this game, so I need to enter and try to win it. Tony, were you not listening? I went through the 3 prize. Go back and watch the replay. Christine says, I agree with the hybrid drawing as well. Otherwise, it may seem too much work for someone who may think they don't have a context necessary to win with the most points. And that has been the problem. And I've surveyed clients. I haven't surveyed clients, but I've surveyed people who have entered campaigns. And I said, well, what keeps you from sharing? And the vast majority of them say, I don't, well, there's multiple reasons. And I have an ebook about this, which I don't have on my store, which just dawned on me. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/store, you can see some of the things that I have available, by the way. And Tony, I'll answer your question. If you stick around, I'll tell you again what it is. I don't mean to be mean. But the issue that people say in response to the survey is, A, they don't want to spam their friends. B, they don't think they have enough friends to win. If it's only a most points prize kind of opportunity, they're like, I'll never win a most points thing because I only know Betty and Paul and they don't care. And so they won't even enter a campaign if it's only a most points wins opportunity. And there are a good number of people who think that the most points things are rigged anyway, so they won't do that, which is why the 3 prize strategy, Tony, are you paying attention? The first prize is a random draw. The second prize is if your friend wins, then you win too. And the third prize is most points. That's how you pick them. Now the prizes in this case are 3 copies of the game. So here's what Fernando says. I agree with the sharing debate, but I don't even get there yet. People don't even opt in at the capture page. Hopefully, in going through what we've talked about, Fernando, you understand that I think people are bouncing and leaving because they don't understand the game. They don't understand why they want it. You're not convincing them that this is a must-have thing. Unless they already know about the game and they've seen friends play it, you know, if I were to suggest something to you before the campaign started, what I would have probably done was create maybe a 3-game package where there's something fun like Monopoly or some other game, or, maybe 2 or 3, sorry, my phone's ringing, 2 or 3 different prizes where people understand what the first one is or the second one and go, well, yeah, I want those 2 things. That third thing, I don't necessarily understand it. But you're building your email list when you do that. And then once you have them on their email list, then you can say, hey, by the way, this game is really freaking cool. You should come buy it on Amazon and I'll get an affiliate commission or whatever your strategy is. But then you've got them on your email list, and that's the whole point. Then you can market to them later. They don't have to understand and buy the game from your contest. The point is to have them on their list, your list. And from that, then you can sell them other things. That thing and other things. So the message, again, is that the people are hitting that first page and they're bouncing because they don't understand it. That the incentive of the prize is not enough to give up their email address. Christine asks, is there a beta group that has played the game from which you can get testimonials? Now, I know you haven't seen the video, Christine, but there are several really good testimonials at the end of the video. So I think you could effectively take a piece of the text from those testimonials and put it on the page. I'm sure there's probably testimonials on Amazon that you could grab. If Fernando said, I think that's what he said at the beginning was where he was going, and it's not his game that he's trying to learn to sell. He's trying to build his email list. So that's part of the problem. Fernando says, what I do is Facebook ads with the video so people who land on the capture have seen the explanation before they click. Okay, again, pay attention. That's one part of it, is that there are people coming in directly, which you've had 1,059. Those people may understand, but they may not watch the video there either. So what I would do, if you happen to know somebody that has played the game before, or somebody who's in that niche of personal development that so go to them and say, hey, I'm offering this giveaway. Would you enter this based on the lead ad and the lead page? Would this float your boat? And see what they say. Ask people. I mean, that's the best answer. I mean, right now what you're getting is some information in your results where the people are saying, I came to your page. You've had 1,082 people come to your page, and 29 of them said, here's my email address. So you're getting feedback. And they're telling you that for some reason, I got here, but you're not convincing me to give up my wonderful email address. And so you got to figure out what those reasons are. And I believe that we've covered multiple possible reasons at the beginning of this conversation. And if you could get that information directly from somebody who might be in your niche to present them and say, here's the thing, would you sign up? And I bet you they're going to say no, because there's not enough information. Maybe there is. Maybe, I don't know. I've been wrong before. But I think the statistics currently say either your targeting is wrong on your Facebook ads, or the message on your lead page isn't good enough to get people to sign up. You're only getting 2.9%, whatever. I can't see the whole total. less than 3% signups. And so that's what you've got to figure out. Before we finish, Fernando, is there anything else, or anybody else have any questions? I appreciate you sticking on. I hope this has served you, Fernando. I believe that we've given you some really good feedback on your campaign. Maybe? Let me know. If anybody else is interested, by the way, let me get to your question, Stephen. But if anybody else is interested, I do, by the way, do read these reviews, and the feedback from the people that I've done reviews for is that I think it's been very helpful. So happy to help you with that. If you're interested, let me know. Connect with me in Facebook Messenger or email me at giveawayrocket.com. There's a contact page on giveawayrocket.com. Steven, the CTA, the call to action in the video is to filter prospects. Vice generally sells better than Virtue. The video is definitely personal development, and you can make yourself better. Which is why I said I'm not really sure that their video is the most convincing. Fernando, yeah, CTA is call to action. Christine, it's not really about the game, but in growing a law of attraction list. I suspect that that's true. Fernando needs to really give us that answer, but based on what he said before, it's not his game, so he's not just trying to get people to fall in love with this particular game, I don't think. I think he wants to help people with personal development, and he chose this as his prize. I suspect a different lead magnet, like I said, or a package of games that attract the right people. You have to be careful. I said Monopoly earlier, but it is potentially not the right offer to be getting people who are interested in personal development, right? So I apologize. I needed to make that clear, and I think I got distracted and didn't really say that. But you have to be going after the target market of your niche. Like Christine says, if you're growing a law of attraction list, maybe a different lead magnet. Now, you can't just theoretically abandon this one legally. You've got people coming to your campaign, and you've committed to give those away. So you should follow through with that. Tony, in regards to this campaign or any campaign before a prospect signs up for a giveaway contest, I'm sure they have this question. Why should I sign up? What's in it for me? Exactly. So the title should answer this question. It depends, Tony. I'm going to say it depends. I believe you're correct in most situations. If you're giving away cash, if you're giving away an iPhone or an iPad or something that is instantly recognizable, you don't need that pain point. People know what that is and what the lust factor is. So there are times where you don't need to explain that in the title of the campaign. I think you understand that. But the vast majority of campaigns, it all depends. If you're in a particular situation like this, I believe you do need to be getting much more of the pain point kind of message, personal development, productivity, those kind of things. You have to explain why people want this. If you're doing personal coaching and you're trying to give that away, they got to know who you are. They got to know what the benefit is. Like you said, why should I sign up? What's in it for me? And why should I share it with other people is the other part of the question. Now, but that's the second part. Once you get them to sign up, that's the second part. Steven says, thanks to all. Useful info. Explanation. It's people don't watch the video first, and it may cost... If people don't watch the video first, then most may not respond to the contest. That's correct. In this particular case, my suspicion is they see the title, they see the game, they don't understand what it is. If they're watching on the phone, the video is way down below the fold, and therefore they don't see the value and they bounce. You have got to convince them why they, in this case, you have to convince them that they need this thing more than their email address privacy or whatever is holding them back. But there isn't a fun factor, there isn't an engagement factor unless you watch the video or something else to get you to understand you need to give up your email address. Absolutely right, Stephen. Christine said, getting rid of pain is more powerful than feeling better. That's absolutely true. I'll ring the bell on that one. That's absolutely true. Now, the other one that wins even more is this one. Cash. If you give me cash, if it's going to make me money, I'll take it, right? I'll give up my email for cash. But that's a very, very, very good point, Christine. Thank you. Getting rid of pain is more powerful than feeling better. I like that a lot. All right. Thank you, people. Any other questions, Fernando? You have a chance. I'm sorry. You said is to grow a list in the personal development niche, right? So that's your goal, was to grow a list in the personal development niche. Make sure you think of, what you have to think about when you're planning a campaign like this is it going to be, and Wilco talks about this a lot, is it going to be something that solves a problem that they absolutely are going to lust for? Is it something that is targeted for your niche? Obviously this one is, but they don't understand why. And is it going to be something they're going to be willing to share? Right? Is it going to be something they're willing to share? Wilco has an example I love about adult toys. That's not something that people are going to share on their Facebook and say, hey, enter to win one of these things. Right? It has to be shareable, and people have to want to really have that. Steven says, I think getting something for nothing solves a universal pain point. Yeah, but actually, it's amazing how private people are with their email address. They don't want spam. And so, even though they may get something for nothing, they don't always give up their email address for it. Christine says, very good conversation overall. Awesome talk. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate you being here and asking and adding great points. Much appreciated. Fernando, any last questions before we terminate this? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. 48 minutes. Giving up a little bit of your day for a very good conversation. It's much appreciated. I wonder if I've got this set up. There it is. There's an old link. I have to fix this. If you want to go to giveawayrocket.com and get a free gift, go to giveawayrocket.com/gift. I need to have a couple of more of those things because realistically, what I want you to do right now is go to the store, giveawayrocket.com/store, and see some of the things I have to offer. There's free stuff and there's some paid stuff if you're into contests. Of course, there's my consulting and other stuff there. And I've just put it together, so please forgive me for the under construction bits, but I'll get that finished up. Fernando, bless your heart. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad to have, and thank you for letting me do this publicly so that other people would have a chance to see it and comment and learn from it as well. Fernando was in the Win Together program. That's also on the store if you are interested in knowing more about that. We're going to do another one sometime in the short near future. I love helping people. Fernando says, I'm going to do some tweaks and will notify Hope better news. Yes, tweaking is good. Don't ever forget that you can do split testing in UpViral. Try different things as the campaign's going on. You don't, just because it's not working today doesn't mean it won't be working tomorrow. Thank you, Tony. I know that. I just threw that together one day. You should make the background red. It's hard to see the letters in the blue background. I know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that confirmation of me making a mistake. All right. I'm going to assume that Fernando's good for now. We are good for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, pop them in. If you're watching on replay, say #replay so that I know you tuned in. We'll talk again soon. This is Plant Mitch over and out. Hey, why don't I do this one? I love this one.
I had a fun time. Now turn that off.